Today I wanted to talk about my reflections on having my triathlon coach. It's been about 9 weeks now since I've had a triathlon coach. My impression so far is that I've really appreciated having a coach. It's been quite helpful in terms of keeping me fresher. I've noticed that my calculated heart rates for when I'm on my bicycle are lower than the standard formulation of about 10% lower than your heart rate on a run. And I have to agree, I feel that this is more accurate when I'm giving my perceived effort. This was figured out by doing a couple of FTPs on the bicycle, as well as I did a version of that as well on the treadmill. And like I said, I think it's been more accurate for me in regards to my heart rate on the bicycle. In general, I've found the workouts to be so far fairly straightforward, not overly taxing, and like I said, I felt much fresher. I know I'm about 23 weeks out from the main event if it does go on, and I know the exercise workouts are going to increase in intensity as well as in duration for my longer rides and runs, but my base building and basic fitness is I'm coming into it from a fresher place, I'd say, than when I was doing my own training using a book. I think what was happening was I was running a little bit too much into sort of really top end of zone 2, if not getting into zone 3 with the book for my base rides and runs, which was leaving me more prone to injuries. I know I've had to in the past incorporate a lot of running in the pool, replacing one of my runs. And I know I was also running more frequently than I am now with a coach. Again, things are a little different this time because I haven't quite ramped up yet in talking with my coach because of the COVID-19 situation. And she has a pretty good understanding of what my baseline fitness is, so she's keeping me fit as well as healthy. So I think we're going to be ramping things up in the next week or two, and from there we'll see how things go. I am nervous, I am excited. I don't know if the event is going to go on. My thoughts about that are that I think I'm going to train for another 4 to 6 weeks, so start the ramp up and see what the situation is like before I make my ultimate decision whether I'm going to continue on with the event or not. Either way, I'll probably continue with the coach throughout the year for continuing my base training and build, as I would postpone my race for another year. If I do end up postponing the race, I'm not sure if I'm going to try again for Florida for a third time, or if I'm going to schedule in Maryland. In talking with my coach, she's raced both again and has also raced and qualified for Kona. She recommended or spoke highly of Maryland, and having done my research, it looks like it's a fairly flat course. It's in September, so it should start to be cooling off and it won't be too hot. It's relatively close to Washington, D.C., so maybe I could take a week or 10 days off leading into it, doing some very light training in the taper phase, and enjoy D.C. So I'm trying to keep a positive outlook if, in fact, I don't end up racing this fall. But we'll see. So overall, I'd say my impressions so far of having a coach is that for my base fitness, I've been fresher. I don't think I've been running as much in that kind of gray zone. And I haven't had to worry so much about injuries. which I know I've had in the past during my training. So that's it for now, and I'll talk to you later this week. Take care and be safe. Feel free to comment below. All right, bye now.